So this girl emailed me and said that she moved into a new house and that there was something in her attic. And so Kathy moved into a new house in Ohio in May of 2025. It was a nice medium-sized house, and at the time she lived alone. She said that the house had a pretty big attic, but that she never checked it because she has like this fear of attics and she doesn't really know why. But this made that fear very much worse. A couple months after she moves in, she notices really weird things happening, like things being moved around in the house that she knows she did not move. She did just try to convince herself that it was just the move and that she was just being crazy. Well, one day she comes home from work, and every single time she would come home from work, she would take a quick shower. So she goes to take a quick shower and the toilet seat is up, and she never leaves the toilet seat up. So she's like, what the hell is going on? So she walks over to the toilet and there's a candle in her toilet, a candle that she is certain that she did not put in there, that she's never seen before, and that she does not own. Now, she said that this candle was like a vintage candle. It was very small, but looking at it just made her skin crawl. She said that this is when she really started to realize that something was not right. She was not alone. She said that after she saw the candle, this scared her pretty badly. In fact, it scared her so badly that she wouldn't shower anymore. She refused to shower because she was so scared of the candle. So she ends up contacting her landlord, of course, because she has to be able to shower. And she asked her landlord, like, listen, some weird stuff is going on here. I found a candle in my toilet. Do you know anything about this? And she also tells her, like, listen, things are also being moved around. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Are you coming to my house? Her landlord is then like, no, I have not come to your house. Actually, I'm visiting family 2 to 3 hours away, and I wouldn't drive all the way there to just pull a prank on you like this. So at this point, she is really scared because she's like, something is in my house. I don't know what it is. I do not feel comfortable. So the landlord offers to come inspect the house. Now, it's important to note here that her backyard was a forest, and there was a rumor going around town that her backyard, the forest, was haunted. The landlord then tells her that according to the people who used to live there before her, it was haunted, and they used to call the landlord all the time and tell the landlord that they were seeing shadows just lurking in the woods. So at this point, Kathy is like, okay, come on, I don't believe this. Never mind, you don't have to come inspect the house. She's just gonna try to shrug it off at this point. But then things started happening that would make her believe that this was true. So the next day, after she had shrugged this entire situation off, she's just going about her day, and night comes around. She's lying in bed about to go to sleep when she hears footsteps in the attic, except for these aren't normal footsteps. They sound like hooves. It sounds like a horse is upstairs in the attic, not human. Just hooves. At this point, she is frozen in fear. So she's sitting there for about a good 2 minutes when finally she decides that she is going to ignore it again. She feels like she has to ignore this situation. She somehow goes to sleep. Not long after she falls asleep at all, she just hears thud, just this massive thud in the attic. At this point, she's like, I have to get up and I have to go look and see what this is. So she gets up and she goes and looks around. There's nothing there. Nothing, no one, anywhere. So she just goes back to sleep. The next day, she wakes up in the morning and there's something wrong. Her back is burning. It's on fire. She says she had never experienced pain like that in her back ever. So she decides that she's going to get up and she's going to go look in the mirror. So she goes to look in the mirror. She turns around. She looks at her back, and there are just these massive scratch marks on her back from top to bottom. So she wants to call her landlord again at this point, but she's like, what am I going to tell her? I know it wasn't her that scratched my back. There's nothing that she's going to be able to do about this. So she doesn't. And things just get worse. And she's terrified in her own home. She doesn't even feel like she can get up and walk around in her own home. Things are moving around. She starts hearing footsteps, thuds, and this goes on for weeks until one night she's in bed as per usual when suddenly she hears this loud screeching sound come from the woods. I mean, it is loud and it is like it's terrifying. She immediately jumps up, she looks out the window, and she sees nothing. She said at this point she feared for her life. So the next day she wakes up and she's like, listen, this isn't safe for me to live here anymore. I have got to move out. Well, about a month later, she's packing to move out and she decides that she's gonna go check the attic for the first time. This is the first time she's ever checked the attic. Even when she got up that one night to like check to see what was going on, even though the sounds were coming from the attic, she was too afraid to go up in the attic. So she walks over to the stairs. She goes to walk up the attic. She gets up the attic. She looks inside and she sees a satanic symbol on the floor with candles surrounding it. The same type of candle that was in her toilet. She said she has never been so scared in her entire life. She did end up moving out of that house, and she said that she never looked back. She did say that she cut full contact with her landlord because she was pretty certain there was something wrong with her. She said that her energy always made her feel nauseous, like sick. So what do you guys think that was? This is really weird because I got this story and then I also got another story about a cult, like this crazy story that I was gonna tell, but it's not paranormal. If you guys want to hear that story, it's insane. Like, it's a good story, but it's not paranormal, but it's crazy. If you guys want to hear that, drop it in the comments and I'll tell you it. This one, I don't know what it was because the only thing that makes me think that it wasn't like human is A, the hooves, and second of all, her scratches on her back. So how did she get those scratches if there was a human living upstairs, right? So what was going on here? This is like that keeps freaking me out. It's my TV. I just want to know what you guys think was going on here, because this is like one of the most confusing stories ever. Do you think it had something to do with her landlord? Do you think her landlord was in some type of like cult? Or do you think that maybe it was haunted, or maybe both? Do you think it was the forest? There's so many things that I'm thinking, and I don't know. The hooves are not a good sign though. Never a good sign. Drop all your thoughts, opinions, and suggestions in the comments below. But as always, please be respectful. Before we go into shout outs, I do have to say one more time, you guys, I cannot tell your stories unless you are 18, and I can generally tell. A lot of times I can tell from time frames. I can tell from the way you talk. I can tell if you give me your tag. Like, I always look up tags, especially if I think that the person is young. It's not that I don't want to tell your stories. I legally cannot tell your stories, and I also wouldn't ethically feel right about it. Really appreciate you guys supporting me. I love it, but I just can't tell your stories. Okay, with that being said, I'm now gonna do my favorite part, which is the shout outs. Look how tired I look. Like, I need to sleep more. Liana Charlotte 8, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much for what you said. You said that you can never scroll past my videos and that you think they're amazing, and that made me feel so good. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support so much. My dogs are being so needy today. It's actually insane. I'm so sorry. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being a part of my community. I appreciate you leaving kind comments. You have no idea how much it means to me to see those comments. I know I'm so behind in comments right now, you guys. I'm working on it, I promise. And thank you so much for just liking my stories that much. It really does. It really makes this just... It makes me love this so much. So thank you for being a part of that. I love you, girl. Diminuendo Soprano. I'm sorry that the algorithm isn't showing you my stories, but I love that you come searching for me. Thank you so much for doing that. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much for the comment that you left too. That was so nice. I loved that so much. And thank you for being a part of my community. You have no idea what that means to me. I appreciate you commenting and pushing my videos out and liking them and watching them. I would not have this page without people like you, and I hope you know how much I appreciate you. I love you. And my name is Kajsa, and I tell your paranormal experiences on here, or ones that you recommend to me every single night. So if you're into that, hit that follow button, and I just need you to do 3 things for me. One of those, keep sending me your scary stories, have a safe night, and what's the third one? Say it with me. Have a spooky night. Love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Spooky kisses and haunted hugs.